Okay, quick sound check. Really sorry. Quick sound check. Audio's good. There's a little bit of a mixed up, so I thought it was gonna be next week. Turns out it's today. So yeah, how's everyone else having a great week, I guess. Let's just do a quick sound check on the audio. If audio is coming out okay, do let me know. And I'm just trying to figure it out as well. Should be okay. There's a little bit of a mixed up, so I thought it was yeah. Okay. Audio seems to be good. There's a little bit of a mixed up here. Whether or not we're gonna be doing portfolio, FX portfolio, or building our portfolio, or trading journal. But I think the title says trading journal, so we're gonna go with trading journal. I'm really sorry. There's a mixed up in the communication between me and the OctaFX team. So really sorry about this. I'm just gonna load up the disclaimer before we kick it off. So give me 1 second, guys. Well, things happen sometimes, so okay. So we're gonna kick it off with general advice and risk warning disclaimer. Note that any advice given here is deemed to be of general advice, information, or advice given does not take into account your particular objectives, financial situations, or needs. Therefore, at all times, you should consider the appropriateness of the advice before you act further. CFD and Forex are leveraged products and does carry a high level of risk and are not suitable for everyone. You can lose more than your initial deposit, so make sure that CFD and Forex trading meets your investment objectives. Strategies and charts used in this presentation are, for example, only your reminder that past performance are not indicative of future performance. So, great to have everyone. And I think this is actually the first time I'm doing educational sessions in English, right? And this is a new format that we're trying out, and hopefully this is gonna be the common recurring theme that we're gonna be doing educational formats in English, so that we can cover a lot more audience, knowing that OctaFX operates globally. So I think that is the whole goal at this point in time. And I do apologize for the very late delay on the start. So everyone's good. Okay. So we're doing this in English at the moment. This is a new format that we're trying out. We're trying to do educational sessions in English and see how it goes going forward. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second here. Just 1 second. Guys, ini harusnya ada di channel, cuman for some reason ini nggak di list di channel, so gua lagi verify dulu. Ini are we doing this in English or Indonesia atau gimana? Just give me a few minutes buat gua verify ya, bentar ya. I miss you guys too. Don't worry. Seriously, it's been a week. Jadi aneh juga sih. Udah seminggu nggak do sessions tuh menurut gua aneh sih. Cuman ya mau gimana, kondisi lagi lemah. Sorry guys, I think there's a little bit of a mix up. Gua lagi super confused sekarang. Should we do it in Indonesia apa bahasa Inggris atau gimana? Dan saya lagi confirm dulu sebentar ya guys. Sorry, just give me 5 minutes. We'll sort this out. Okay. Oh my god, I've been yapping and there's no audio coming out. Okay, I am super confused. I am really sorry for those that jumped in, and I'm gonna work it both ways. How's that? How's that sound? I'm going to do it in English, and I'm gonna explain it in Bahasa Indonesia for those that jumped in, because it was a little bit of a mixed up. Audio okay? Audio, good. Okay, I hope the audio is good. Okay, good. So, how many of you guys are English speaking? How many of you guys are Indonesian? So I can get a good estimate. Let me explain a little bit. I do apologize. There's a little bit of a mix up in terms of communication between me and the OctaFX educational team. We are planning to do it in English going forward in terms of education. Okay, good. So that was the whole plan, right? There was a shift in our planning. We want to do it in English. We want to cover a lot more people. So, but then I think this one goes out to the Indonesian list. So I think there's a little bit of a mix up, and it didn't show up on the YouTube channel as well. I believe it doesn't show up, right? So there is a mixed up. I do apologize. I'm really sorry. I got a message like 5 minutes to 7, and I have to set everything up, and then I got two different links to two different webinars all at the same time. So we are going to be talking about trading journal. Jadi kita akan bahas trading journal malam ini. English or Indonesian will be fine. Yes, I will share the Telegram. I'll share it on the Telegram channel, English speaking. So how about this? I'll do English, and if you're not clear, then please do ask me, and I'll translate it to Bahasa. Okay, just to be fair. because for the English speakers, they're probably thinking, why am I prioritizing Bahasa? I'm not. I'm prioritizing English, but the list goes out to the Indonesian speaking community as well. So I think we're juggling with two languages here. But since it is in English, I'll do it in English. We're going to be talking about trading journal. We talked about trading portfolio last week. So if you guys have any questions about trading portfolio last week, do let me know. Okay, but today we're going to be talking about trading journal. This is a sample of a trading journal. I believe we were trying to figure out a way if you can get this. This is the OctaFX trading journal. I think it is pretty complete. It is concrete. I mean, there's a lot of things here, but the whole point with this one here is that it sums up the whole thing, right? Your total number of trades, your total number of winning trade, losing trades, whatever. So this is kind of like a tally up system for your trading. Now, one question here that I might want to throw it out to you guys. Do you guys trade with trading journals, or have you ever heard of a trading journal? And how often do you trade with a trading journal? I mean, if you can respond that in the chat, that will be great, because we want to be talking about trading journals and why we want to take a look at trading journals. This is an example of a trading journals, but the whole idea with the trading journal is you want to record your date of entry, your time of entry, your exit time, whether you take a long or short position. Deposit doesn't matter because it's actually at the very top where it says you're starting account balance. What market do you trade in? What volume did you trade in? Pips in price, how much is it per pip? That sort of stuff. So I think, to be honest, whatever is here, I think is a little bit of an overkill for someone that started out new. I mean, if you guys never had a trading journal, I think this is a little bit of an overkill. But I'll show you one that's slightly simpler, and I prefer that beginners started out with this, right? The time you open the trade, that's number one. And I'll explain to you why later on, why we need to take a look at these trading journals. Why is it important? And I can assure you a lot of traders doesn't know about trading journal or the purpose of having a trading journal. A lot of them just go about trading without recording what they traded, thinking that, you know what, if you trade, then you got your account history, your statement and stuff like that. That's only one part of the picture. The whole thing with the trading journal is actually why did you take that trade and the reason why the position was closed, whether it hits your target or whether it hit your stop losses. So if I can have a feedback, has anyone traded with a trading journal or have a running trading journal, and what do you use it for? I tried to make one. I don't know if it's good enough. It doesn't matter. I'll be honest with you. To me, trading journal doesn't matter. I'll tell you the main components of a trading journal. It's when you trade, what you trade. In terms of how big you trade, it actually doesn't matter when you first started out. But whether or not you have an entry, you have a stop loss, whether or not if you have a target level, and the key is why did you enter the trade? I think that's the part that was never recorded if anyone trades. So key to having a trading journal, it's actually for you to be accountable to what you trade. Okay, so let's say you open up a position in Euro USD, for example. I can bring a chart up, and we'll take a look at it right now. Okay, so I'm mixing it up. Let's say we have a gold. Okay, I believe this is on the daily. Now, if you went long gold, for example, what was the reason why you went long on gold? I mean, you must have a reason, right? I mean, we can say Ukraine-Russian tension, a lot of people run to safe havens, and then it didn't go that way. I mean, it didn't go your way. It went slightly down. So what happened when it went down? You got your stop loss taken out, and the reason is why is your stop loss taken out? Because there are changes in the short-term trend. Market was hyping up the whole ECB thing, the expectation from the CPI from the US. Those are reasons because next week is the FOMC decision. And we are expecting a 25 basis point hike, and that's going to affect gold, right? But I mean, if you take a look at today, right now, what do you want to do? You know, I can say, okay, yeah, I want to trade short on gold, right? I want to sell gold. Why do I want to sell gold? You know, you have to give a reason on why you want to sell gold. Maybe you can say, oh yeah, you know what? It's about to break down below 1950. I'm anticipating if price breaks below 1950, I'm gonna take the trade. I'm gonna place my stop loss above 2,000 because that was a key level. So these are the stuff that needs to be recorded. And the reason why you need to record your trades is because everyone has a different trading patterns. Okay. In particular, I trade pound much better than I can trade the Euro USD, for example, or I can trade the sterling yen much better than if I was trading the Aussie yen because I'm familiar with what the pounds are. You know, my time when I started the trade, you know, it's during the the UK Open, and it just suits me well. But everyone has a different preference. The thing with new traders or a lot of traders that never have a trading journal is they'll never figure out what they're good at or what they're bad at if they don't have a trading journal. Okay, the whole point of having a trading journal is for you to figure out what you're good at or what you're bad at. Okay, there are patterns that's going to appear because I can tell you right now, I don't trade on Monday, I don't trade on Fridays, right? The reason why I don't trade on Mondays or Fridays is because according to my trading journal, that's where I had my losses. Typically, my losses build up on Monday. It happens on Friday, and when I think about it, you know, market wasn't quite clear on Monday because the U.S. market could change whatever the Asian market does, and then on Friday we don't have the liquidity. Once the American session kick off, the Asian session closes. Okay, so those are my reasons. I know that because I understand my trading, and the reason how I understand my trading is because I compile my trading journal and I review my trading journal every week, every month, right? So I do have a stack of them, and I was actually doing it manually. And the best way to be doing a trading journal, let me just grab this. It's actually pretty simple. So here's a notebook. And I mean, if you're trading, it's always good to have a notebook next to you, right? It doesn't matter how big or small it is. Just keep one notebook with you, and you should be good. That way, you can record any trades that you do. I think whatever you're looking at on the screen right now. Let me just kind of zoom it up a little bit so you kind of know what to do. This is a basic template of a trading journal. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as this. What's really important is the strategy that you write down. It means, why did you take the trade? That would be the question that should be asked, right? A strategy, or why did you take the trade? I think this is important. This is the most important part of trading that no one is actually discussing it, right? Everyone's talking about strategies and whatnot. To me, strategies are second. What you do with your trading in terms of your mental state, I think that's really important. So let me take a quick pause and go through the chat because I know everyone's confused and I'm confused. I don't know if I should conduct this in English or if I should be doing it in Bahasa. So I really want to know what's going on as well. So just give me 1 second. Let me just go through the questions. You have heard of it? Not use it? Okay, English shouldn't be a problem. I know, right? Sorry for the late post. I didn't even know this was happening. I thought this was for next week. When trading stock options, I made a trade lock. Since trade Forex, I'm too lazy to make the lock. I only noted the why on some notable trades. Look, you need to note the why on every trades because why did you take the trade or why did you trade that trade? That is the question that needs to be answered if something goes wrong or something goes right. Okay, because if it goes right, then you want to check on your journal and figure out why it was right. If it went wrong, then you need to go into your journal why it was wrong. For example, you might be losing on an Aussie USD trade because you're trading it during the UK session, for example, or maybe you're trading it at the US Open. So those are potential reasons why it didn't do so great. Maybe it does do better when you trade during the Australian Open. Then that could be the reason. I'll explain this in a little bit. We just go through the questions. Okay. Okay, technical stuff about MT Force and stuff like that. Try uninstalling and reinstalling. I think that's just quick tech support, I guess. But any issues, please do contact the customer service, and they're more than happy to help out. Yeah. So see, yeah, I am mixed up, and you can tell right now I'm a little bit in a shock. Because the materials that I prepare are actually still in Bahasa right now. I'm just looking at it off the screen and trying to translate it to English as we go. Okay, but trading journal, that's an okay thing because this is more of a practical thing. It doesn't have a lot of theory. Trading journal it's a problem about your trading patterns, right? That's the word, trading patterns. When you look at chart, there's chart patterns. There's a particular pattern that happens in the chart. You also want to find that that pattern in your trading, right? So it's not about the market. It's really not about the market. I think tonight what we really want to talk about is we really want to talk about yourself as a trader, and who's responsible for those trades, right? I see a lot of people that don't do trading journals, or they don't know what they're doing, and they just follow trading signals and recommendations. And I saw that a lot, right? Don't think I'm not in the Telegram channel for the recommendations. I actually jumped in there and I saw how people are commenting. I know the people scamming people in there. There's a lot of stuff, right? But one thing that keeps coming up is this. I followed the trade and it didn't go well, and I followed it again, it didn't go well. For 3 days in a row, it didn't go well. And I thought, why are you following people's recommendation when you don't even have a clue why you take that trade? Okay, so I think fundamentally it's crucial that you understand what you're doing. Number one, why did you take a particular trade? That's really important. Okay, when you trade it, I think it's important too. How big you trade it, that's also important in terms of money management. Where's your entry? Where's your stop losses? Where's your target? Do you even have an entry? Sorry, do you even have a stop loss? Do you even have a take profit target? Some people don't. And then whether or not it closes because you close it manually, and if you do close the trade manually, what is the reason? If you trade it by using stop losses or target levels and it was hit, then yeah, just type it in like, okay, stop loss got hit, I got out. What time do I get in? What time do I go out? Right? So this is an example from 2021 0505. This was about nearly a year, right? 9 months. But take a look at this example here. For simple comparison, I was shorting the Euro USD at 2 p.m. on the 5th of the 5th, right? I took a standard lot entry. I shorted at 1.1986, and my stop loss was at 1.2155. There was a reason here, but I deleted because it was in Bahasa, and I thought this is going to be we're going to be doing it in English and stuff like that. The reason why I took that trade is there was a break below the key support level at 1.2 and a daily hidden bearish divergence that was noted on the hourly time frame, and I closed my trade 1938, so that's going in about 14, about 5.5 hours in. And the reason why I closed that trade is the trade wasn't going anywhere. It took way longer than I expected, so I closed it, right? But you need to type it in. The reason why you close a trade is close it early, no momentum, simple like that. Simple stuff like that is going to save you a lot in the long run, because you'll compile what you trade in a week and then you go through it, and then you're going to start seeing patterns, right? The patterns that you're going to see is what you're good at, you know, any particular currency pair that you're good at or assets that you're good at. What time do you normally perform best? Okay, so this is more like your performance tracker. It's not for anyone else. It's really for you as a trader to be held responsible by yourself, right? When you're trading, the reason why I don't give out trading signals or trade recommendations, I normally sugarcoat a trade hint, right? I gave out hints, but I really sugarcoat it, so only those can dig through whatever, however I word it. Those are the one that gets it. I do gave out trades ideas, but I don't really give out trade recommendation by saying, oh yeah, sell here, take profit target is there. You know, I would say, oh yeah, here's an idea. If you do want to go short, maybe you get out here, maybe you could take your profit there, okay? Or if you want to go long, then you do this and you do that. But I always give two sides of the coins. At the end of the day, you guys are going to figure it out yourself, right? But if you don't record it, for example, if you're following someone's trading signal, then just write it down as your strategy. What did you take the trade? You know, maybe instead of trading plan one, maybe you say, oh yeah, took a trading signal. That's reason enough, right? I mean, take a trading signal from who? You know, and if the trade works out, then that's great. If the trade doesn't work out, maybe out of 10 trades, you know, that you say taking a trading signal, 7 of them are bad. So that kind of gives you an understanding that maybe you should stop taking trading signals and maybe start understanding how the market goes. But these are the stuff that doesn't appear, you don't realize it if you don't have a trading journal. And the reason is this: a lot of people don't glorify the losses. They only glorify their wins. So if they win big, they're just gonna go on it, like they get that rush, thinking they're invincible and stuff like that. But if you go through it, there might be losses, small losses that builds up, and this was completely ignored, and people don't know about them. So that's what trading journals are there for. No need to write profit or loss. I haven't got to that. This is the basic one, right? Whether or not profit or loss, that's tally it up. I mean, you can write it up. You can add up a column if you want, but I mean, take a look at the difference between the entry or stop. Let me just load up this one because this is a little bit more concise. Although the reason why I haven't shared this one, because there's a little bit of a formula error in this table, okay? So it doesn't add up. Some of the numbers doesn't add up. Some of the formulas doesn't add up. So I'm trying to figure this out. But yeah, overall, take a look at the whole grand picture. If you want a whole complete set, then you need your date, your time of entry, time of exit, whether you take a long or a short trade. Deposit, I don't think you need to put in deposit because you're not depositing a new amount of money every trade, right? The market that you're trading in, whether it's your USD, your AUD, GBP, USD, whatever, the volume, you can add up the pip price. Maybe it's easier to calculate. So, you know, per pip, gain or losses, whether it's 1, whether it's 0.8, 80 cents, right? Your entry price. Here's where the formula is, I think, a little bit messed up because there's the percentage of the account risks in here. So this is a very concise trading journal that a lot of people might not need to have all this information. I think that's one. The number of account risks, I think, is really great, but you can see from here it doesn't work. The formula doesn't work yet, so I'm not sharing this until I can fix this. You can put in your stop loss price, you can put in your take profit price. The actual exit price is what you need. I think that was missing from the other one. But the actual exit price is key because then you can compare the entry price and the actual exit price. It could be the same as the take profit price, but the actual exit price is actually when you get out of that trade and you close that position, right? Then you can write it in. You know, your close position, is it in profit or in losses? Then you can add it in there. How's that affecting your capital percentage? That's the account change in percentage. And then comments. What did you trade it? I think I'm all in for reasons, right? Why do we trade? Why do we take a particular trade? I think that needs to be drilled in. A lot of people don't know how important it is, and when we talk about risk management, this is part of the webinar series, right? We're talking about risk management. I think trading journal is actually one of the key components that a lot of traders are missing. In fact, look, and I saw some familiar names here, and I'll be honest. Do you guys still keep your trading journal? And I maybe I'm expecting what 40% answer of yes, 60% are probably nah. They don't keep their trading journal anymore. So let me throw this question to you guys. Do you still keep a trading journal? I know you have done a trading journal. Do you still keep doing it for every trade that you take? May I ask, according to you, which pair is good for short entry and which pair has a potential to be open in a long time? To whoever may answer my question, since I'm a beginner. That's a very weird question. Let me try and articulate this. Which pair is good for short entry? You mean which pair is good for short-term trades? And then which pair are good for long-term trades? Yeah, I think that's the question. Pair mana yang cocok untuk trade jangka pendek dan pair mana yang cocok untuk di trade jangka panjang? I think that's the question, yeah. Yeah, and Andrew says no. Gregory says here and there. Steven says still doing it. Sulianto says doing it. You did it for my cryptos. Okay. Let me answer your question, Nova. On in terms of pairs that's suitable for short-term trades, which one is good for long-term trades? There is no answer to that. I'm really sorry. Because as a trader, you don't get to choose the stuff that you wanna. This is not like stock trading, right? Where we can actually pick those blue chip stuff for long-term trades. The smaller caps for short-term trades. It doesn't work that way, and it definitely doesn't work if I classify that. Oh yeah, Euro USD is only for short-term traders. It doesn't work for long-term traders because it doesn't work that way. It works for both. It works both ways, right? It works for short-term traders. It works for long-term traders. You are asking the wrong question. The right question might be, if you are someone that's comfortable with volatility in the market, then what assets you should be looking at? I think that's the right question. It's not about short-term trades or long-term trades. I think it's about volatility when it comes to trading. There are currencies that are less volatile, that are typically more in a range-bound market condition. For example, dollar yen. There are currencies that are trending most of the time, a bit more volatile, like the pound USD, the pound yen, the euro yen. So yeah, there's no right answer to which one is for short-term trades, which one is for long-term trades. Trading journal is doable for swing or intraday trader. For scalper would be challenging. Let me answer the question. What do you base your trades on? If you trade, right? What's the reason? I think, to be fair, that's why I say use a notebook, because you just want to write down buy, sell, and whatever reason quickly without going through the table and typing it. I only update the trading journal on the table formats on Excel once a week. right? When I want to review my trades, then I'll do it on this one here, once a week. Most of the time, it's actually in this blue book here, and that's my trading journal. Whatever I trade, I just write it down, and I write it down really quickly. What time, what market that I jumped in, why. I always write the why, okay? Because without the why, and I mean for scalping, there must be a reason why you take the trades or why you get out, right? So otherwise, how do you justify getting out of a trade or entering a trade? Because at the end of the day, there must be a reason why you take that trade. So it's actually not an excuse, saying like you don't have time for it. End of the day, if you really want to have a great money management or risk management, then you need to have a trading journal. It's a no-brainer, right? I think some of you guys can maybe help me out here. How has trading journal help you to become a better trader? I think a lot of feedback are going to be positive, right? In MT4, I have the journal, right? Can I just copy from that? No, it's not. The MT4 just shows you the account statement. It doesn't show you the reason, right? You can copy and paste out of that. But at the end of the day, for every single trade, what's really important is actually this one here, right? Why? The strategy, or why did you take the trade? I think that's what's really important. That's what you want to fill in, because without that, I mean, all the other stuff you can find it on your statement. It's not a big deal. So why do you keep a trading journal? It's actually because of this, the reason why you took that trade. If you don't know the why, then how are you going to improve yourself as a trader? I think that's the hardest part. A lot of people are wondering, oh, you know what, my trades are not doing well. So this is one answer to that. Maybe try and figure it out through trading journals. That way you know what you're doing. Okay? You know, I like to be accountable for my trades. I don't blame anyone for my trades. I blame myself if I did wrong. If I do good, then I'll praise myself. And of the day, you know, people say trading is community based and whatnot. There are communities for traders, but at the end of the day, those communities doesn't matter much because they're not going to be responsible for your trades. You and only you are responsible for your trades, and that's why you need that trading journal to figure out what's going on. Okay, so maybe take a comparison, take a look at the market right now. Maybe gold is not a great market because I'm not too keen on gold, but let's take a look at Euro USD. Let's take an opinion poll here. What should we do with Euro USD? What do you guys see from this? I mean, this is a Euro USD chart, right? What do you see from this? So should you be going long or should you be going short on Euro USD? I'm not asking you to trade, right? But I want you to take a look at this with me. And let's come up with a reason. And I can assure you, you're going to come up with two answers, and I can give you two answers or two particular reasons on this. But right now, with the Euro USD, we are somewhere in the middle, right? We're somewhere in between. We are actually in between support at 1.0950 and resistance at 1.1125. Price is currently at about 1.1, right? Exactly 1.1. So we are in between, closer to support, but whatever not. Do I want to take the trade? I can tell you right now, I'm not taking the trade. You know why? Because it's actually inside the Ishimoku cloud. And why is that a reason for me? Because I trade using Ishimoku cloud, and right now it is inside the Ishimoku cloud. Therefore, there's a lot of uncertainty going on with Euro USD. But if I do want to take a trade and I want to go long Euro USD, then I would want to have my stop loss at 1.1095. Why? Because that was the previous resistance that's going to be tested as support right now. So I have a reason. And I have a reason to where I place my stop losses. Now, if I want to do this trade, where's my take profit? And why do I use that as my take profit? So let me just draw this on a chart. This is an example right? I want to go long right now. My stop loss is at 1.0950. My take profit level is going to be at 1.1125. Do I want to take it? Okay, my risk to reward ratio is about 2.35 times 2.35. I'm risking 52 pips for 122 pips gain. I think from that logical perspective, where I have a risk reward ratio that's greater than 1 to 2, I think that's great. And I have a reason, right? My reason for my stop loss is at 1.0950 is because it was a previous resistance, likely going to be tested as support right now. And my target is at 1.1125 because that was the previous support that was tested as resistance. So if I zoom out a little bit, you can see the importance of 1.1125 and as a support and resistance. So I have my reason. If I trade right now and I don't write down why I took this trade, then when it comes to reviewing the trade, I might have forgotten why I choose this particular entry level, why I use this as my stop loss, why I use this as my take profit. So you need to jot this down on your journal. As simple as that. So right now, let's say we want to be doing this 20 to 2, 11:03, right? And what time is it now? In my place it's 19:53, right? And this is Euro USD, so I'm just giving an example on what I want to do. I want to buy, and I'll just say ×1 standard lot. I'll just write that down. So my entry is at 1.1. So I'm just gonna write that down. 1.100. My stop loss is at 1.0950, and my take profit is 1.1125, and I'll just write it down, right? Short-term trend, short-term potential bullish movement above cloud, stop at previous support, target at previous resistance, and that's it. You know, that gives me a reason to why I entered the trade, and I think this is really important. So something like that, when it didn't go well, you can always go back to that one particular trade and find out what's going on. Okay, and that's the whole point of having a trading journal, because if you don't have that, then you don't have a reason, you don't have an excuse. What if this one hits my stop loss right now? I wouldn't be able to review what's going on, because I can tell you right now, yeah, you know, I shouldn't have taken that trade because it was inside the Ishimoku cloud. There's a lot of uncertainties going on, you know, that sort of things, right? So that's why you need a trading journal. So EU skip, see? if anyone's familiar enough with this, then they're likely going to skip EU at this point in time, because there's a lot of uncertainty going on. So let's take a look at this one here. I think sterling yen is interesting. I was going to do an outlook on sterling yen today, but let's talk about sterling yen. What do you guys see? Okay, what do you think we should do on sterling yen right now? This is on the hourly time frame. You're given the current situation. Would you want to go short or do you want to go long on sterling yen? Shrug. I know what you're trying to do, Albert. If you update your stop loss, then you have break even plus. Do you update it in your trading journal? Yeah, you do. You do update it if you move your stop loss to break even, and if you have your stop loss beyond your break even, then yes, you need to update your trading journal by updating the status. I changed this to a new stop loss or a new target level because of this. You need to update that. Yes. I'll start putting writing a reason for to entry next week and start to make the log again. Yes, I'm just trying to be nice here as a reminder. I know a lot of people don't really take too much on trading journal, But I think trading journal it's what's gonna make you as a trader or break you as a trader, right? Breaking you as a trader as in you don't know why you take that trade. I think that's the problem. I add section for emotions in my journal to see how I'm feeling when I'm taking a trade. Yeah, you know what, Daniel, that is a great one. I saw people do it. Okay, it's just that I'm just detached from being emotion, but maybe that's a really great idea. I mean, like, yeah, you're having a great day. You took a trade because you're performing well in the previous day. I think you should add that in. Okay, maybe you're not feeling well. Like, for example, me, I've been. You guys think I'm fresh off right now? I've been bedridden since Monday, so yeah. But you guys can write that down. Maybe if you're sick, you shouldn't be trading. Those are the kind of reasons. That is a very good feedback. Daniel Philip, love it. I think that's really great. You skip going short if under stochastic 80. Go short, but wait until the SO breakdown from the overbought, stochastic oscillator breakdown from the overbought. Short, news about Ukraine, potential large war, sterling yen, go long. So yeah, out of how many people that answers me here, right? I have the same idea too. I much prefer to go short. One of the few reasons is we are at about 153. That is a key psychological price level. This is also, if you draw a fib, it's rejected at 127.2 and for 153.30. Okay, the hourly is going to close in 2 minutes time. If the hourly closes below 153, then it's not going to look great on sterling yen. That's my view. But let me give you a different side of it. If we do want to go short, where should we have our stop loss? Where should we have our exits? Because if we are talking about a short here, I would like to short it below 153, but I would definitely want to have my stop loss be beyond 153.40, and I don't want to have my target anywhere beyond 152.25. For one good reason, this is above the Ishimoku cloud. I'm actually aiming for a correction at about 61 or 78.6%. That was my limit. The 78.6% is at about 152.20. But yes, I'm gonna take a short for short-term intraday trade, not for long-term trade, because overall this is still above the Ishimoku cloud. But here's the thing. What you just type in are reasons, right? Go short sterling yen, short news about Ukraine potential large war. It's actually the opposite. If there's gonna be a war, then there's a high probability of if there's a war happening, then yeah, sterling yen is gonna fall because yen is gonna be sought after as a safe haven. So you guys just gave reasons for your trades. Get it? This are the stuff that goes on in your head because it doesn't make sense if you execute a trade without a reason. You must have a reason. You must have a view to a particular trade in the market, and you throw it in. That's your trading journal. That's the reason why you trade, and that's all you need to record. It doesn't take any longer than a few seconds of scribbling on your paper. But I have to ask that. I have to get you guys to answer me. But you already know there's a reason behind every trade, right? So that's the whole point of a trading journal. One of my reasons when I closed losing trade was war. When are we doing in Bahasa session? We are transitioning to an English session. We are experimenting. We might go back to Bahasa, but I think for now we want to try doing this in English. There's just a little bit of a miscommunication. This wasn't posted. This wasn't listed on the YouTube channel. That's why we're not having a lot of audience right now. I think this was posted out on the Indonesian community channel. So there's a mixed up of audience here. So yeah. not yet to make a decision. It can go long. Say that's a reason. We might want to sit this. You might want to sit this trade out. You don't want to trade this because you're not comfortable. I can see that because price is above the Ichimoku cloud. You know, the short term trend is still going up. There's still risk in the market. There's risk appetite in the market. Just wait, right? So when we're not taking a trade, don't type it in. Oh, I'm not taking the trade. I'm waiting. Don't. The journal is there only for your trades, right? Only write it down if you have your trades. If you want to write other notes, then you know you can do stuff like that. Yeah, I'm looking at sterling yen. I'm not ready to jump in. That kind of stuff. That's pretty much it. That's really all there. That's all there is to a trading journal. It's simple. I'm gonna leave it here because I'm actually gonna leave the much bigger format here, so you guys can take a look at what you want to add into your trading journal. This is just an idea. To me, I'll be honest with you, it's a little bit of an overkill for a lot of traders. This one here, because the percentage of account risk and whatnot, the percentage change, that's calculated more on every week basis or a monthly basis. You can add it into your trading journal, but you need to get the formula right. I was given this template and I haven't shared this template because something is wrong with the formula. It doesn't work as it is, because if it works as it is, then all you need to do is just put in your long short position when you get in, when you get out. It should automatically calculate everything, including how much is being risked on that one trade. Selling yen long because fast and low. No, only record it when you take the trade. So if you don't take the trade, do not record it. Okay, so let's open it up to Q&A session. While I'm waiting for questions, I'm gonna update you on what's going on last night. I think a lot of you guys are wondering what's going on with ECB, right? ECB just ramped up the asset purchase program. Let me just get the note here. I already prepared a note for everyone. Jadi buat I'll speak in Indonesia as well, just in case, because I think this is I tried to explain it last night, but okay. Increase asset purchase program, 40 billion in April, 30 billion in May, 20 billion in June. Oke, 40 billion di April, 30 billion di Mei, 20 billion di June. Di bulan Juli sama September pembelian aset purchase itu adalah data dependent. So they might not do it. Jadi mungkin mereka nggak akan beli asset purchase. Mereka nggak akan melakukan asset purchase di bulan Juli sama September kalau misalnya nggak diperlukan. Itu yang harus diperhatikan. Terus asset purchase program akan diakhiri di bulan September, akhir bulan September, berarti bulan Oktober itu akan diakhiri. Jadi sebenarnya komen dari ECB itu adalah hawkish. Terus ada satu lagi yang dikatakan adalah adjustments to the key ECB interest rate will take place sometime after the end of the governing council net purchase under APP, bla bla bla. Ini basically kenaikan suku bunga di Eropa itu akan dimulai di bulan Oktober paling cepatnya. Oke, dan itu udah di-hint banget kemarin, sometime afternya itu harusnya udah cepet. Kalau inflationnya beneran tinggi banget. Cuman prediksi mereka adalah inflation tidak setinggi itu, jadi mereka tidak begitu prioritasin kenaikan suku bunga. Oke, dan di sini ada bahasa baru yang sebenarnya kalau diperhatikan adalah mereka akan tidak melakukan asset purchase program, tetapi kalau misalnya ada aset yang udah hit maturity, duitnya udah cair, itu akan diinvestasikan balik. Jadi nggak pakai duit baru, tapi dari duit yang asset purchase-nya udah hit maturity. Jadi instead of writing off the balance sheet, mereka akan menggunakan balance sheet yang udah profit, dibeli lagi asset purchase-nya. Jadi sebenarnya sama aja, itu masih muter terus. Oke, so itu adalah kenapa market rada kalang kabut kemarin. Soalnya dari statementnya sedikit hawkish, tapi waktu di press conference-nya itu jelas-jelas di-stressin kalau mereka beneran masih expectation-nya, forward guidance-nya itu adalah penurunan inflasi di Eropa. Saya juga bukan basic perbankan. Masalah fundamental, bukan masalah perbankan. Orang kerja bank aja belum tentu ngerti kok, jamin. What ECB is basically tapering, right? Increasing rate will depend on the future data. They are basically telling you when the taper is gonna end. Jadi taperingnya itu basically paling telat adalah akhir September. Itu harusnya udah kelar semua. Oke. Provided Juli sampai September itu nggak ada pembelian aset lagi dari ECB. Okay, any questions regarding trading journal? Again, I do apologize. I hope this doesn't happen, and I hope this doesn't happen again next week. But we'll see how it goes. Can you have that template? I'm trying to figure it out. JP Silva, are you in any of the Telegram channel? Are you in a Telegram channel? Because for those that are in the Indonesian Telegram channel, I'm more than happy to share it. JP Silva, are you in that, or are you English speaking? Then we need to create a link for this one, but I most definitely need to share this template. So, should we, are you guys okay with English sessions going forward? Because this is something that we're going to try out. Yes, Pak Adi, I'll send it in the Telegram. Don't worry, I'll send it. I've already shared it before, but I'll send this one. That's a little bit more complex. Yeah, I'll share it. If you guys can fix it, share it back to me, because I really like this. It's just that I'm not super good with Excel formulas, and I think the formulas here is so messed up. I think a lot of people have modified this to the point I don't actually know what's going on anymore. But yeah, I'll share it. If you guys can fix it, please share it back to everyone. I know there's some Excel wizards out there, so help out if you can. Okay, fine. I'll take a look at one trade. Sorry, one. What do you want? Whoever asks first gets it. What do you want me to look? I'll spend my time on one currencies. Tuesday and Thursday in Telegram, we're still trying to figure that out. But I believe the Monday session and the Wednesday session, we are gonna change it. We're still trying to format a new one. I have conflicting schedules on Monday and Wednesday now, so the timing is a little bit off. So that's what we're trying to do a little bit more on Friday in English. GBP/USD. Right, what do you guys want to know? GBP/USD. You know, next week it's Bank of England and FOMC. Both are hiking interest rate, 25 basis point for each. I believe it's on Wednesday and Thursday. They're gonna be doing that next week, 25 basis point. Pound USD right now, I don't. You know, I'm still looking at 1.3 at this point in time. Momentum wise, hourly it is a little bit choppy, but think about it. It is still below 1.31, right? Change in momentum right now. There's going to be a little bit more pressure to the downside. To get to 1.3, it doesn't take much. Just to bear in mind here, it's only about 100 pips down. It's not much. It's not huge. So I'm not bullish yet on Pound USD. I think this is not done yet until we get to see 1.3. And then today's Friday. Expect Monday. No, maybe Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. That's kind of the limit. On Monday or Tuesday, there's going to be a much clearer direction in terms of what to do with the Pound USD here. But let me remind you, whatever is going on in Ukraine and Russia hasn't improved yet. the bounce back on in terms of risk asset yesterday, 2 days ago, that has no underlying fundamentals behind it. Ukraine and Russia is still going on. The talks didn't end up well, so the bounce is questionable. And if you take a look at the 4-hourly time frame, you'll kind of see it here. There's actually a small fib that's being formed right now, and that just hits 127.2. But there's a potential that this one could go to 161.8 on the 4-hourly time frame, and that would fall in very close to the 127.2 on the daily time frame. Okay, so yeah, I'm not sold on pound USD bottoming out right now. I don't think we are looking at a bottom right now. This has no footing. This is not strong enough. How do you analyze when is your best perform pairs and time? Do you have like a dashboard? Yeah, I mean, if you tally up your trading journal, it'll show up, right? I mean, what do you trade most of the time? For example, in 5 trades, I'm taking 1 euro USD, 2 euro USD, 3 euro USD. I'm taking 2 more pound USD. It's not a matter of how many trades, but how many of them are winning trades. You'll start seeing a pattern. When you start seeing that pattern, what you're gonna see is that you're gonna see the time you entered the trade and how long that trade was held for. It'll give you an indication on when to trade and what to trade. So I think the question that was asked just now, right? What is good for short-term traders? What is good for long-term traders? I think the whole point of trading journal is that if you have a trading journal, you'll start seeing a pattern in your trading style. Any particular instruments that's favorable to you, what time is best for you to trade. Could it be in the morning? Could it be in the afternoon? Could it be at night? Those are the kind of things that's not going to show itself just in one day of doing trading journals. You need to review that journal every week, every month, and it could take up to 3 or 6 months before those patterns are obvious that you should be avoiding a certain instrument. For example, I don't trade the dollar yen, okay, for that one particular reason, because my strategy doesn't work on dollar yen, because dollar yen is a little bit more range bound. I need a market to be in a trending condition most of the time for my strategy to work. So that's how I find out, right? So that's why I started avoiding dollar Canadian, dollar yen, dollar Swiss, because they're just not suitable to my trading time. They're not suitable to my trading strategy. That's why I leave them alone. I think having a short position in pound USD shouldn't be too much of a problem as long as your stop loss is above 1.32. Question: to face the summer, what will attract high or low volatility fares? Can you explain a little bit more? Because when it comes to summer, it doesn't change much in Forex. It changed a lot in equity market, but in terms of Forex, yeah, it doesn't change as much. You're likely going to see a drop in volume, especially if you're trading the indices like the US 30, S&P 500, Nasdaq. You're going to see a drop in volume. I think that's about it. But I mean, currency-wise, it's not going to change. FX is not really affected much by summer. Equity market are affected by summer a lot. US oil. What is this? I thought we were doing educational session. I'm not sold on I'm not sold on oil yet. What we're looking is a normal pullback, and I think it's a reasonable pullback. Again, news coming out from Ukraine and Russia is still, the fight is not over. So, the risk sentiment in the market that's coming back, that's okay. I think the market has been driven down by what FOMC is going to do. CPI number was again hot last night. The number was hot. What ECB is trying to do. I think a lot of them are concerned about energy prices. So we see a little bit of a drop in energy prices. But again, let me tell you, the future prices are dropping a lot. So let's see if we can see that here. Okay. So yeah, future prices, if you take a look all the way until December 2022, we're still looking at $86 per barrel. What we're looking at here is still retardation in the market. So yeah, short term wise, I think it's just fair if you take a look at oil. Gold is starting to change a little bit in terms of their future prices. It's starting to jump here and there. But oil, I think short-term correction, I think it's just fair if that happens. Maybe not much impact, not much news coming out from Ukraine, Russia. Maybe that takes away a lot of the fear in the market. But overall, if you take a look at this one here, we're not even bottoming out. We're not even creating a clear bottom in the market in terms of support for UK oil. Is it fine if we take a look at the current level here, about 107? Yeah. Is it okay if we take a look at 106? Yeah. I mean, if you even take a look at 100, that's still reasonable. It's still way, way higher than what it was a month ago. Yes, daylight savings on Sunday, actually. This is for Canada and New York. I believe it's New York. Yeah, for US trading session, the open is going to be different. Daylight savings on, daylight saving on Sunday. I'm pretty sure. Daylight saving in Europe, I think that's the next week, if I'm not wrong. Yes. Am I feeling right now? Not super right now. I'm still a little bit sick. You can probably tell from my voice. But yeah, I'm just bearing with the sore throat here right now. But yes. So let me talk a little bit about. I know most of you guys are from the Indonesian channel right now. Let me just clarify a few things. We are shifting to a new format. We want to educate a lot more people in English, right? We want to reach a lot more people. So the educational side is going to be in English, and that's going to be scheduled for Fridays. The Monday and the Wednesday sessions, we are still talking about it right now because I do have scheduling conflicts as well in terms of doing it in Bahasa. In terms of Telegram, we are going to be doing posts only at this point in time until I can clear out what my schedule is, which I don't really have a good view of it until the end of the month. So apologies for the disruption. Give me some time because I'm trying to fit in all the schedules here right now, and once the schedule is done, then yeah, I think we can go back to normal as best as I can. All right, so all that clears it up. All good so far. You guys are good with trading journals. I know you guys are good with trading journals. I will share this, and if someone can fix it for me, that would be great, man. Anyone that can fix this, I know it's easy. Excel formulas, I'm just so, not into Excel formulas right now, and if anyone can fix this, please do email me or whatever, and then I can reshare it back to everyone else. Okay, so again, sorry for the interruption, sorry for the super delay just now. There was a little bit of a confusion, but I think we can wrap it up for tonight, and I'll see you guys next week. Stay safe, have a great weekend, and good luck with the trades. Okay, thank you, thanks for the good thoughts, and I will keep healthy. I'm trying to recover, but yes, I think I stay up too much in the past 3 weeks. Thanks guys, and I'll definitely see you guys very soon. Have a great weekend. Stay safe.